Yo, Surreal Talk Radio, your man, Calico the Surrealist on WPRK 91.5 FM, Winter Park. We kicking it after dark with our special guest in the building. And right now...
I'm in the dark here.
Hey, man, I got my comedy co-host in here rocking with me tonight. Introduce y'all to him, man. He's no stranger to the show. Been on here several times before. This is my little cousin exclusive in the building. What's going on, cuz?
What's up with you? I'm chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain. You ready to get this thing popping?
Always.
All right, man. We got a hot show lined up tonight. We're going to kick things off with my surreal topic of the day. We got music from around the way. We got our throwback track and my favorite part of the show, the pump it or dump it, where y'all get to call in and decide if the track we play is hot or not, all right? But now, man, without any further ado, my special guest on the line with us, man, this brother right here is the protege of one of the greatest rappers of all times. He's an original member of the Terror Squad. He's also a contributor of the first solo hip-hop record by a Latino artist to go platinum. I'm talking about my man, Cuban Link, in the building. What's going on, cuz?
What's up, baby boy? How you doing, man? Just chilling, man. Checking up with y'all, man.
Hey,
good looking for this interview.
Oh, yeah, man. Listen, it's an honor and a privilege to chop it up with you, man. So I just want to let you know we on the radio, man, no profanity, and we going to do our thing tonight.
Let's go. Let's do it. Happy holiday. Hey. Happy holidays. Yeah, happy Turkey Day for tomorrow, man.
Oh, yeah, man. My man. Hey, my man made on that, what y'all call that stuff that y'all be making, a coquito or whatever it's called?
Coquitos. A little coquito. Okay.
Hey, man, Q feeling good. This could be a good one right here. All right, man, we going to...
feeling good.
For sure, man. Were you ready to kick things off?
Let's go, baby.
All right, man, we're going to start it off with my surreal topic of the day. My topic tonight is hip-hop groups can't stay together.
Oh, Lord. Jesus Christ.
Hey.
I read that one.
There it is.
What is that? Is that a fact or opinion? What do you mean?
We're going to chop it up about it, man. Let's see. So,
that's real right there. That's 100% right there.
Right. Yeah, man, they can't stay together. But see, I don't think it applies to today because these days we don't really have no more hip-hop groups. I mean, we got the Migos, but we don't really have no more hip-hop groups like we did back when y'all was popping.
Word, man. Word. I mean, it's always going to be a problem when you get too many heads and you know what I'm saying, like in the circle, especially if even if it's, I can't even say even if that was your day ones and stuff, because like when I started with the Terror Squad, it was like day ones too. You know what I'm saying? Like all those guys like I grew up with from the same hood, so those are the guys do you the dirtiest at times.
Yeah, man.
So it's crazy. So I mean. It's a lot of things that comes with this game, the fame, the money, the attention, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a large group, you know what I'm saying? Look at even the Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah. That was like 10 dudes, and they didn't break up, you know what I'm saying? But they split. They got their chance to do it like separately. So that's a whole different thing. But, even in their first album, they got jerked. Yeah. I feel they got jerked, you know what I'm saying, by Jizza and all that. No, RZA, not Jizza. You know what I'm saying? Because, he knew the game and they didn't know the game. So that's basically my story as far as like, but it wasn't really about the business, man. It was deeper than that with mine. It was just personal egos and issues and jealousy and stuff that I didn't see. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a positive experience. I always take the positive with me, nowadays anyway. I always did. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? When you come from the hood, you gotta represent a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And people might get it twisted, because they heard the story a certain way. And I'm just trying to put it back into perspective where it's like, yo, listen to the real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The real story is a whole different than those guys told you. And if they did tell, because I ain't hear them really say the story, actually what happened. But when I say it, just bet is 100 when I say it.
Right.
And that's all. It's allergic. When I say it nowadays, it's for the young generation to really, keep their eyes on the prize and really understand who's around them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a warning.
Yeah, I think the younger generation, man, I think what they doing is they kind of alleviating the whole scenario of, because like I was going to talk about, you got groups like back in the day we had the Wu-Tang Clan, you know what I'm saying, Y'all Terror Squad, all these different
EPMD,
all these big groups, and then you got these big huge groups, and then the thing is like they got to split that money up, you know what I mean, and it's like
yeah, that's the money, but at the end of the day, remember, we those things should be talked about, and if you're trying to keep it real with your homies, those kind of things should be talked about regardless of who's who got their foot in the door first, you know what I'm saying, and who's going to be leading the pack into, you know what I'm saying, into that empire. Right. Because that's the problem. We go back to the history, there's always that one dude that, had the connections that was in there first. Yeah. That some way they try to get, try to cheat their people, you know what I'm saying, with the contracts and the business. And it's like, okay, damn, like, that was in the, if you my man, you wouldn't do that. You gotta get, eat. You gotta put it where, you know what I'm saying, you come on top a little bit, you know what I'm saying, some fair number. Yeah. And people will have a problem with that. But when you start doing things like abuse, like, extra, like, you know what I'm saying, just because you're taking advantage of your homies, or, you know what I'm saying, or a person that's coming in that they don't know the game, if you don't know them, it's cool to say, you know what I'm saying, oh, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying, you should have did your own, whatever. Yeah. But then it's going to be beef regardless. That person going to feel a certain way. If it's a real one. Yeah. So that's
I think that seems to be a common theme, is that, like, you got one individual who, kind of like, say, for example, with NWA, you know what I'm saying, Easy was that dude, he was the plug, and then next thing you know it, he was the one distributing the money,
he did it wrong too, you know what I'm saying, even there, he did it wrong. I feel he did it wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, because he got closer to the, I guess to the Jewish guy with the, that was the distribution, which was Jerry Heller, and Jerry Heller ate his ear, ate his brain, you know what I'm saying, and he should have remembered. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Easy, man. I don't want to, I'm not saying personally anything about him. I'm saying in the business sense, what I seen and what I heard, and you know what I'm saying, the movies, and because I'm a big NWA fan. That was one of my favorite. That's still one of my favorite groups. Yeah, NWA, definitely from back in the days. So he should have remembered, man, who was putting that work, because when we share like our talent. Like Cube was writing it at that time. Like Ice Cube was writing the rhymes at the time. Yeah. And that Easy knew that he was a rapper, and he convinced him to do it. So he should have kept that same energy and remember that. So when they get he get to that level, though, he's a better businessman than them, and he got the connections and the respect that he got the plug. You know what I'm saying? When it's real friendship, you'll see the distance in between what they get and you see how much they love you. Because, my friend, my brother, my people, my partner will not, I'm not saying I deserve 50-50 with them. Because it's always, damn, you don't want with the club. I mean, with the plug. So you got it popping. But, it depends on that man's love that's, in that situation, that you could send them on that mission, because it's my talent, it's my material that you're using to get this. You're supposed to remember all of that, supposed to remember all of that.
Based off what you're saying, let me ask you this question. Do you feel like that there should be an unequal portion of money split between a group? Like, let's just say, for example, you got one rapper who's the hottest rapper, right? But he's not really the plug, though. He's just the hottest one in the group. Right. Do you feel like, because he's the hottest one in the group, ultimately that's what's going to be selling the records, is because the record's going to be a hot record? Do you feel like he should get more, or do you feel like the plug should get the most?
It depends. It depends on who, the work behind it. Like, it depends on who wrote the song, you know what I'm saying, who came up with things, who orchestrated that. Depends what is the need to be, to get it out there, the distribution, you know what I'm saying, as far as like how much money is going to be spent behind it. So all of those things are the percentages you can play with, you know what I'm saying, and the respect should be there, you know what I'm saying, when it's like off balance, when it's somebody taking advantage of you or the situation, when you see the numbers like differentiate the way they do, you know what I'm saying, and you get, I get 1 penny, you get, 15 pennies. Yeah. That's something wrong there, because, at the end of the day, I'm the one who created, the whole thing. And it's like, okay, damn, I'm not getting treated fair. That's not a fair number. So the numbers, they don't lie. So, when it comes to business, they say that business is not personal. Right. Or don't take it personal. But you have to, man. You have to. Because, people catch attitudes when you do are the one that I'm a straight up dude. So at the end of the day, if I write something, if I write a song, a hook, my verse and everything, and I made the beat, that's 75% right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what
right.
I'm starting with. So it's like, oh yeah, but we work on it together. No, dude, this is what it is. And some artists, they get caught up like that. And when you talk numbers with artists, it's a certain, that's why, they got the business people. Even though the business people, they get more shiesty. Sometimes they act like they're the artists. They keep, percentages for themselves.
Yeah.
So that's what's crazy. So it's just this, the industry is nuts when it comes to that. There's no,
for sure.
no integrity. It's just robberies, and it's like it's been like this forever. The mob been involved back in the days, so it's not new. But when we in this genre, as far as like hip hop, we come with that humbleness, with that, well, I can speak for myself. When we came out, we came out with that unity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like not just being Latino, but the hip hop unity. Because I'm from the cloth of the 5 elements of hip hop. And, the respect and the knowledge and the history is there. And all of us really have that, you know what I'm saying? And the friendship was extra tight, you know what I'm saying, when we were on a climb to the top.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was speaking in a more general sense. I definitely want to get into y'all's story, man, and talk about, on a more personal step. But from a general standpoint, I was just wanting to get some conversation going.
As far as like the general, just as far as like, you got to watch who you got representing you in the business, because it's 90% business, 10% talent at the end of the day when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And the artists definitely need to be aware of their business. The business more, not even more, because sometimes that takes away from the artistry. Sometimes, you start wearing that hat, and then, the talent suffers for that.
For sure. Let me see if Exclusive agreeing with you on this right here. Cause what you think with what he's saying? He on point, or what you think?
I think you're on point, and it's a lot of artists back in the day, or even in today's time, they don't know about like split sheets, and if I wrote the song and you rapped it, who's supposed to get paid for what, or if this guy mixed the beat, but this guy made the... It's differences in the contracts that people need to know about, and they really don't know the game. Yeah. So it's easy to get ripped off.
That's just a conversation within the artists and the people, whatever. You got the production team, and then you got the artists that's there, and then you got to go to the actual big label. They want the cut. So, they want the biggest cut. And so, you know what I'm saying? We working with pennies at the end of the day when it trickles down to the artist.
For sure.
Sometimes. And that's who gets,
okay. Well, listen, man, I definitely, I think that was a great way to get the conversation started, man. Just get our juices flowing. You got the coquito over there, man, so we go.
Coquito.
Yeah, man. But we go, let's put
Happy
this.
holiday. Hey, happy holiday. I did a salsa song on the gram. I was bugging out. I freestyle. I put some salsa, like, instrumental on, and I started going in. So
okay.
I think we got something. I think I got something right now. For no reason. I freestyled it. It's a nice little happy song. Remember the what was that blind Spanish guy? Remember the Jose Feliciano? Yeah, Jose Feliciano with the Christmas song. I forgot.
Oh, no.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh wow!
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh wow!
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas on the bottom of my heart. That was a blind. That was actually like a Stevie Wonder, of Spanish, saying, songs back in the day. So San Feliciano, saying, just in case y'all didn't know. But that dude sang that song. And I don't know, it's holiday, tomorrow's Turkey Day, so I was like, let me just, spread some cheer out there to my fans and my followers. And I did that little thing, a little skit joint, and like a little reel, the reels. I put it out there, and they're getting some good reviews. But it's just freestyle. But I'm thinking of doing a real one, like for real, like get a real salsa singer, and let them sing it, and I'll take a verse on it. So ideas like that flow when you're an MC, man. When you're an artist, you know what I'm saying? We get down like that, man. It's working at all times.
For sure. All right, man. Well, listen, man. Let's we gonna get into my my next segment right here. We are gonna do my pump it or dump it. So I want you to check this song out I'm about to play. I'm going to open up these hotlines. Anybody want to call in and talk about our topic? Anybody want to participate in the Pump It or Dump It? You know, calling in and let us know if this song I'm about to play is hot or not. Or if you just want to call in and show some love to Cuban Link, keep it brief. And remember, we on the radio, no profanity. The phone number is 407-646-2915. Again, that phone number is 407-646-2915. All right. So the name of this artist I'm about to play, his name is David Robinson, and the name of this joint right here is Our Birthday, right here on Surreal Talk Radio. Check it out. Yeah. Surreal Talk Radio. We back. Your man Calico the Surrealist. I'm in here with exclusive and our exclusive guest for the night, Cuban Link.
Yes, sir. Cuban Link, aka Rodolfo Rodrigo Ramirez, the #1 DJ in New York.
Hey, what's that stuff called? Telemundo.
Telemundo, La Mega Se Pega.
Hey, man. Hey, so, all right, bro. What you think about the song we just played, man? Should we pump that? Should we dump it?
I heard. I couldn't hear it, like the clarity of the voice, because I'm on the phone. But I like the beat. I love the strings on it, the guitar. You know what I'm saying? I would have did, of course, different melodies too. He stuck to that. It was up to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a competition. You know, I got bored with it. I ain't gonna lie, but I like. It's potential there. So I don't know. It's in the middle of Dump It or Junk It. Oh shit! Sorry about that. My bad. Dump It or Junk It. It's the same thing.
Pump it or dump it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But since I said junk it or dump it, I got to dump it now. That was just natural right there. I can't even front. I can't even front.
I love it, man. I love it. I like it when they keep it real, man. Okay.
Yeah, I got to dump it, man. But you know, whoever the artist is, shout out, man. You know, what was that?
All right, let me take a call real quick. Somebody calling in. We finna see what they think about it. 1 second.
But you know, I don't like to hurt feelings.
Hold up, cuz. Surreal Talk Radio. You on?
Yo, what's up? It's David Robinson, man.
What's going on? It's the artist, man. What's going on?
Oh, I knew it was gonna be the artist. I ain't gonna be like that, Q. You see?
Yeah, much, man. I was tuning in, and I wanted to just, call in, man, and
Big dogs, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Say what's going on to you guys, man. And I'm the artist that just laid down that track that I played just now called Our Birthday. I produced it. Calico, I've been producing for a long time. We met when I lived in Florida. But, I'm bilingual, you know what I'm saying? I studied Spanish in school. Yo estudio español en la escuela para 10 años. And I heard Cuban Link say that he liked the guitar on there.
Yeah.
So on that track, I played the rhythm, and Michael Scott is playing the lead. And Michael Scott, he played with Prince, and he toured with Justin Timberlake when JT goes on tour. And I actually met Mike when I was living in Florida. No, actually, he started mentoring me when I lived in Florida, and that was back in like 2018. But ever since, I just been getting better, and I appreciate the feedback on the track, man. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, man. Bro, listen, man.
You set me up with this, you set me up. As soon as I said that, as soon as I said
man, we ain't trying to set you up.
The phone went ring.
Yeah, man.
That was on point, boy.
But check it though. Cuban gave you some good
let me tell you a lot.
Criticism, yeah. Let me convey the message though, because he was saying, and I'm with him on this too, because he was saying that, maybe you could have switched it up some more.
Let me tell him, because I don't want to act like
No, do your thing.
Yeah, my dude, salute, man. I love guitars, and I love what you did with the track. The track is fire. Like the potential of it is fire to me, in my ear, as an artist. I didn't like the fact that you stood on one rhythm, but that's cool for a little bit, but you had to switch it. I felt the flows should have been, you should have played around with different flows and more melodic flows.
I'm with you on that.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So, to reach the potential of the song is what I'm saying. So I'm not giving you criticism. I'm on some hating thing, tip, just, saying that I don't like the song. But as far as like music, like on a music tip, like that, I definitely, if I was around there, I would definitely told you to do like different melodies, and you would killed it. Because that track is universal. It's a universal track. I'm
with you on that. Hey, Robinson, man. Hey, stick around with us, man. We gonna get another opinion right quick, and then saying just stick around with us though. Check it out. All right.
I will, bro. All right, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
All right, Robinson.
Yes,
all right, bro.
Let me say something too. Just because I said, I give my opinion and all that, that's my view of it.
Yeah. We, like I said, we finna go around the board.
That might be fire to another person,
right?
You know what I'm saying? On some of that level, and that's a great start, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But if you put me to the test, though, I'll show you what I mean. You know what I'm saying? If you give me that track, I'll show you exactly what I mean.
Q said he ready to lay it down on that field.
No. I would just like play the maestro on it. I'll work with homie, and I'll tell him exactly what, exactly what I'm talking about in my head, so he can do it.
All right.
I'm known to do that.
All right, cool, man. Well, let's see, exclusive. What you think about the joint, man?
Well, I got locked in on the guitar as soon as it started playing.
Yeah.
So I got locked in on the guitars, and then just like I told you while it was playing, I was like, I'd have added a trumpet or something just to make a change in it.
Gotcha, yeah.
Because I got tired of listening to the same rhythm.
Yeah, I think everybody's saying the same thing as far as critique. Okay, cool, man. So man, we
sometimes as an artist, your voice and your melodies that you come up with your voice, changes the melody of the whole, changes the feel of the song. So even if the guitar is just ding, 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 you know what I'm saying, like it was doing, like you're gonna put another melody there that transcends that and takes it to another level. That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain it, but
I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. All right, man. So let's see where we at with the thing. If anybody want to call in, the phone number is 407-646-2915. In the meantime, we finna get real live with my man Cuban Link. Get the story. I'm gonna try to go through this thing in chronological order, man. For people who may not know who you are, tell the story. So let's start it out like this, man. I like to start out with the names, man. We know you Cuban, we know the Cuban background. So I want to know,
straight
man.
off the boat, straight off the boat. That's why my name is Cuban. That's Cuban Link. I'm the real link to Cuba for real. Like, I'm the type of artist that it's like the Da Vinci Code with everything I named it after, like myself. You know, that's what I believe.
See,
as far as artists, like the name just got to be you. You know what I'm saying? It has to be you.
Bro,
it has to be exactly who you are. You know
that's exactly why I like to start off by asking about the names when I do these interviews, man, because I love that. I didn't, you know, because everybody gonna associate you with the chain. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cuban Link.
Which is cool though, because it still shines and is a link.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, people do me the same way. They be like Calico. Look at Calico with the gun, but I never named myself after a gun. I was naming myself after a cat, like a type of feline. You know what I'm saying? It was the Calico.
What's a Calico? Calico's a cat.
Yeah, it's a cat. Like if you look at it, it's like a multicolored cat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's dope.
That's what I'm saying.
But tell me, that was your favorite cat or something?
No, actually, I was in a play and that was my part. Like I had.
Oh my God!
It's crazy, man.
That's real though. That's real. I salute that.
Yeah. That's why I like you say you the link back to Cuba. I mess with that.
And you know what? And you know what's crazy? My name is Felix, right? So it's Felix the cat. Always call me that, right?
Yeah.
And then some people say, oh, Cuban Links.
Yeah.
You know, a lynx is a cat.
Yep. For sure.
It's a wild cat. So it's always a cat, regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know when you got something right and it fits you.
My man.
Everywhere, any combination you put it on is going to end up being you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how special names are when you name yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to really, really find a name that fits you. You know what I'm saying? To the most, as much as you could.
Yeah,
and
man. Cuban Link that's a dope name, man. That's a dope hip hop name. So that's why you took that on.
Shout out to the Wu-Tang though, because at the end of the day, if you do your archives and your history, you know, they came out with, you know, built for Cuban Link.
Yep.
You know, but they had the X on it and they talking about, you know what I'm saying, the chains and all of that.
For sure.
So, you know, it kind of got influenced by that, even though, you know, it came from a whole different thing. But at that time was where I named my name that. So there was like an extra push also be like, you know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's dope. Because my name before that was Lyrical Assassin. Lyrical Assassin, it was too... you know, it was too broad and general. Yeah. Everybody was an assassin.
Generic, yeah, you're right. I got you.
It was generic, so I had to find myself. Everybody does that, though, as far as, like, real artists, they'll go, you know, deep into to everything, you know what I'm saying? On some Rakim type, you know what I'm saying, vibe.
Yeah.
So, you know, Rakim will break everything down. His name, have a letter, and all the, you know, that's where I got much from as far as the depth of choosing anything, any idea.
Right.
As far as the music, it should be a metaphor. Like, you know, it's better when it's a metaphor.
Yeah. So okay, cool, man. So we got you. We got the Cuban Link thing going on here. So we know you was born in Cuba.
Yeah, but I was born in Cuba also. Yeah, get that right.
Yeah, you was born in Cuba.
Like, oh, Cuban Link. Yeah, he's Cuban from, you know. But I was born in Cuba. I came in 1980. The Mariel boat lift. You know, the that event that some people be acting like they part of. You know, that even Pitbull acted like, you know, he did an album called the Mariel. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know. And not to say nothing about that, because I think his dad came through it. You know what I'm saying? So he has a little right to do that. But just know that I've been there before, the pit bulls and all of that. And I've seen these boys come in as young boys. And, you know, I'm glad to be, you know, to have an influence in them. But sometimes it's being an influence on somebody, and sometimes it's dumb taking advantage and really copying you. You know, you know, and take your style and try to do them. You know, that's how we felt about like R. Kelly and remember back in the days. Damn, I'm going back. And Aaron Hall. Remember Aaron Hall?
Aaron Hall, yeah.
Let's say Aaron Hall and R. Kelly when they first came out. R. Kelly came out later. But he started copying the whole, you know, Aaron Hall's whole like image. Yeah. As far as the ball.
You know, I never thought about that, but now in retrospect, I can see that.
Oh no, that was a big thing in the hood. Like it was a big thing. Like, you know, even in that, Aaron Hall was mad because Aaron Hall was my boy too. So, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro.
But R. Kelly was, you know, he's an artist. You know, at the end of the day, he came in like that. You know, like. Sort of like mimicking, almost like Prince and Michael J. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Michael Jackson. It's just like that too, because we thought, you know, he biting off with Michael Jackson, but then you look, you know, into Prince's whole like music, mentality and everything he did, all the songs he did, he had his own lane. Yeah. He was Prince for real. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you give it a chance. Sometimes people just, you know, copy you just to get that quick buck. But there's those artists that, you know, really maintain that, and you know they deserve, you know, that name, or whatever they get, because they're really talented. But they got the biting. You know, I'm from that school again. You know, we don't bite. You know
I know about that era, bro. I definitely know, man. But I want to switch gears. Let me switch gears, man. I'm gonna get kind of choppy with these questions a little bit.
It's all good. Don't go hit me.
Yeah, so you were born in Cuba, then you was raised in the Bronx, New York. So now you know BX represents
straight to the Bronx. That's when hip hop. That's when I started. I didn't know English and all of that. That's when I first laid eyes on the graffiti, on the breakdancing, on the
beatbox. Yeah, you got submerged in the culture.
Yeah. So I came in, in the era. That was 84. 84, 85, I hit the Bronx. So that was the burned down Bronx. That's when the buildings was burnt down. That's when, the Warriors, if you ever seen that movie, The Warriors, that type of vibe. And, it was crack era. It was popping crazy. Zombies and fouls on the floor while you playing the swings.
Yeah.
So all of that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So, the Reagan era.
Okay, yeah, for sure, man. All right, so let's run it down for the people who don't know. You came in the game. You linked up with Big Pun and Triple Sace. Y'all formed a group, the Full Eclipse.
Full Eclipse, right?
I want to ask you about this group, man, because I'm down here in Orlando, so I ran into this dude. He called himself, he's known as the Sick One.
Yeah, Sick One, no doubt. He's like the Sixth Beatle. He's like the Sixth Beatle. I ain't gonna lie, but that's my brother. But at the end of the day, he's like the guy that never got the shine that he deserved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I always big him up because he was part of it. He's part of the history. He's part of that legacy.
Yeah, I always wanted to know because he always gets left out of the story. Like every time I hear,
well, I say it all the time, but it's like nobody ever says thanks or nothing. He don't even call me, so I get mad at him.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I've been repping you since forever. Like I know the truth.
Yeah, so I know, like, man, because I'm down here in Orlando and he's down here in Orlando, and so I know, like, we had this thing called the Ozone magazine, right, back in the day.
Yep, back in the days. That's what Earl, right?
Earl definitely played a major part in that. And so one of the things that I thought was kind of weird about that is, like, I seen an interview in there with Fat Joe one time, and he didn't even know who dude was, the Sick One. He didn't even know who he was, and I was like, what? Like, how?
Well, he acted like he didn't know who he was. He know exactly who he was.
Yeah. That's what I kind of.
That's the hate. That's the they had a little situation before. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, I think. I don't want to even explain it because I don't even believe Joe at the time, but he said a story. At that time he was just saying a lot of, like things to separate us.
Uh-huh.
So I don't believe what he say, but at the end of the day, you seen that it played out. It played out, and at the end of the day, if you ask me about the Sick One, I have to concur. Say, of course, he was the fourth member of the Eclipse.
Yeah, I heard. I heard records with
But he came in. No, but he came in. Let me explain that too, because Sick One, his first name was. He was always to me known as Toom.
Toom, yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So Toom, you got to know, like, you got to see the metaphors and things, because Toom is also relevant when it came to the Terror Squad logo. You see that Toom? It's a tombstone, right?
Okay, yeah.
We all had the tombstones. So in Full Eclipse, we set that off as far as, like, he was the designer of that symbol, and we was rocking the tombstones had Full Eclipse on it with the moon and the clip with the Mac 10 on it, and we had hoodies and we had dresses and we had promotional because we was messing with Uncle B from LES now here in New York, and he put a little bread into us. So we caused so much of a stir around, the area, because we from the same area as far as like Joe, and DITC and all that Forest projects. So we was, we was rocking with the real TS, like the street TS. Mm-hmm. And the Sick One is part of the real TS. You know what I'm saying? He came from that crew, for real. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was like a neighboring building. So, he's actually original TS from there. And he was one of the reasons why we got to really go into the Terror Squad, the actual TS, the street crew like that, because he walked us in. He walked me in. He made me, me, Little Heck, and everybody, Semi, everybody. Even though we was across the street from each other, it was like, like my block stayed, you know what I'm saying? Even though we go back and forth, but we really like meshed together when the Sick One, Toom. I met Toom, and me and him started hanging out, and I started going with him over there, and he introduced me to the guys, and from there was a rap, you know what I'm saying? But he's definitely part of the link.
That's what's up, man.
That he never got the credit for that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's,
well, man,
that's why
listen,
I know
man,
he
big,
be tight.
yeah, for sure, man. Big shout out to Tune, man. Big shout out to Sick One, man. He definitely, like I say, I definitely wanted to show him love because, like I say, every time I hear the story, you know, saying it's always minus him or something to that effect. But so anyway, I want to run it down.
Actually, let me say another thing. He was actually hyping for Joe. For Fat Joe, back in the days. Like when I met him at the time, he was going to shows with Fat Joe, and he would do his own little songs. He had like a little set that he does, but he was the hype man of Fat Joe, him and Gizmo.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Giz,
crazy.
rest in peace, Giz.
There's always one that don't get their proper flowers.
Dude was like he didn't even know who he was. That was crazy.
That's
man.
disgusting. Yeah, but now you see. Sometimes it takes a little time to understand.
Nah, it's all good, bro. Like I'm glad you gave the clarity.
Yeah. Shout out to Sace because he always wanted to have a label called Time Will Tell, and that's
sure,
the truth,
man. Yeah.
Shout out to
for sure, man. All right, so let's run it down again. Let me backtrack here. So the first time I'm gonna talk about the first time I heard you, man. The first time I heard you, it was Big Pun.
That lasted. Rappers that really blast, cash getting big, Willie like Billy Bass.
Oh wait, man, I know that joint, but now the first time I heard you, let me see, it was on Big Pun's.
Before that?
No,
Must be the music.
I don't know. It was let me see.
Must be the music.
So let me run the story. This is the story, right? So I'm in the record store. This is 1998. Me and my best friend, we go to the record store. We figure out what we gonna buy. I
never back down. I hold my ground upon the body like Muhammad Ali. Poppy, we could lock up in the lobby. I be not that. Toe to toe.
Nah, not that joint. Not that joint.
So keep trying.
Okay, so here it is. So I go in the record store. I pick up Big Pun's Capital Punishment, right? And my man, he gets DMX first joint, right? So that was the whole thing. Who gonna get whatever. So I end up getting the Pun. He ends up getting DMX. And
rest in peace, DMX, my other brother. He's my birthday too. His birthday's my birthday, December 18th. He's a Sagittarius, like man. We spend a lot of good times together. Shout out to him, miss him a lot.
For sure, man.
My bad.
But you all good, bro. So you was featured on the joint. This is the first time I heard you. The joint you was featured on called The Glamour Life.
Glamour Life. Blow up the kids and the wife. Half as nice. Yo, I plan to live a life of glamour like my man Tony Montana. Standing pose in front of cameras with my golden silk pajamas on.
Hey,
down, peace, sipping beyond, deeper than Gandhi while I'm in the diamond. See, counting my G's. I'm in to be a millionaire, dipping dead, flicking $100 bills in the air. Oh yeah.
So now this
Cuban Link is into getting Benjamins because if it doesn't make dollars, then it doesn't make sense. I represent. I'm in to be the king of New York. Went from living in tenements to a penthouse resort, and a Latino that'll take you to war like Al Pacino. Even De Niro know not to gamble in my casino. Vino on a rocks, lobster. Ooh,
yo,
that was young Cuban.
Let me ask you about this song right here, man. What does this song mean to you? Like now first of all,
I hated that song. I hated the beat.
You hated it?
I ain't gonna lie. I hated the beat. I hated it. Yep.
Okay, all right. That's how I wanted to get a good opinion.
No. But I hated it because we had like 3 different beats to that, and that's what Capital Punishment. That's the rookie album. That's when Pun was he had a chance to lead and control certain things as far as his music because Joe would give him that space because he earned it. He was at the time Joe thought that he would be following Joe, but like Pun made him open his eyes and really see the big, like the vision. Yeah. And then he started following Pun, so Pun would get to do certain things and pick certain beats. Like Yo got to go through Joe, so we had like 3 beats and we used to write in his crib and we had this. If you remember, what was that crew from the Bronx? I remember Chino, what was the dude's names? Damn, what's my dude? Camp Low. Remember Camp Low?
I remember them joint. Yeah.
Okay, Camp Low. They used this beat that was the Glamour Life beat. I remember that they took the beat because at the time, there was certain beats that was just floating in the industry, and everybody would get a tape. You know what I'm saying? And whoever picked it.
Oh, okay.
So we had this beat first. It sounds like a Rockefeller beat back then, like a Jay-Z beat. But we had that beat, and I picked that beat. You know what I'm saying? I was like, come on. So we got, we laid things down to that beat and everything. And then, Joe got LES, Nas's DJ, to make the beat, which was, I just didn't like that beat compared to the other one because, I'm an up rhythm, up tempo guy. You know what I'm saying? And that beat was like, yeah. doom, 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 doom. Fun made me love that beat later on. I'm just
Well,
saying,
that's the intro to a lot of people, man. Like I said, that's the first time I had ever heard you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the intro for you to a lot of people. So, you know, but it's interesting.
Definitely.
It's interesting to know that.
Don't get me wrong. I just want to tell you exactly what happened.
No, I love it. I love it.
I'm just saying, compared to what we had there, to me, my pick would have been the other one, but that was a crew cut, and that's a song that to this day, got guys like you that say like, yo, that was my favorite joint. That was, you know, that was a history, a time in history, right there. And that's the you know, also pun telling me you was wrong, Cuban.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen,
like, there's always room to learn and to be wrong, you know. Right. So I salute that, and I definitely love that beat, and it grew on me. Because I knew at the end of the day, like, we was gonna kill the lyrics, but it's just like I wanted just to be up tempo with it, like, you know what I'm saying, make people kind of dance to our joints like a little bit more, because that was just really, we had songs like Pun already had songs to kill, you know, MCs on the corner and joints you just bop your head to, you know what I'm saying? At that time, I wanted the out cut, I wanted the out cut to move their feet. It fit the album good. It definitely fit the album good. But you was on some very timeless records, man. Like that joint. You was on the Off the Books joint with the Beat Nuts. The Bet Your Man Can't Do It Like That. That joint right there. That was actually my song. It was supposed to be my. That was actually my creation that I was gonna put as my first single.
Man, you put down on that joint.
But Joe, you know, he asked, you know, he put it in his album.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We already could tell how that went, but
No, it's okay. No, it was a privilege for that at that time.
I mean, that was a classic, bro. That was one of the best. That was one of the best joints that came out y'all camp, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he made it a single, so I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I didn't get, you know, diddly squat for that, but as far as the Shine, I did. Shine.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. That was one of your best. Like, you went in on that joint right there. Like you
rated X and sex. I flex like Lex Luger. So who's next to get scooped about this roughneck from Cuba? Who do maneuvers like Super Dave, who was with a group of babes, laying mommies out like sugar.
I love that joint right there,
Super
man.
Dave. I said Super Dave, man. That was like, yo, only few people know Super Dave. He was
remember Super Dave? Yeah, Super Dave was a cartoon.
He was a bootleg. He's a bootleg. Evil Knievel. He's a bootleg.
Yeah, man, Super Dave. But listen, you was also on now this one right here is personal to me because I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's my favorite group of all time.
Oh yeah.
But you was on the joint with Crazy Bone, the When I Die.
That was a slept one, that a lot of people, like, maybe in the West it was bigger than, of course, because he's from over there, from Cleveland.
Man, listen, you just said,
but in New York, that record didn't really, you know, do what it's supposed to do, because I love that record.
The thing about it though is this: it's slept on, but it's referred to all the time. It's probably referred to any track that you've been on, because every time Bone Thugs and Harmony do an interview, they always talk about how they did records with Eazy-E, Tupac, Biggie, and Big Pun, and this is one of the joints that they did with Big Pun. So
I mean, that was my boys too, man. We got to, you know, me and Lazy's my boy. You know what I'm saying? That was the tightest. I was actually going to do, like, after the breakup and all that with me and Terror Squad, like, you know what I'm saying? I was chilling with Lazy. And he was working on his little, you know, his album at the time. And I remember I spit a verse. He asked me to go, you know what I'm saying, work with him. And you know, he was in the BX. And I went over there, spit a verse with him and everything. Everything was good. But, you know, he got that call. He got that call from the, you know, the Beluga. The Beluga called him up and was like, yo, you know, he had Steve Lobel. Steve Lobel was managing him at the time. And, you know, he stopped the record. He stopped for me, you know, me getting on that record with him. You know, he called me. At least he called me. I give respect to Lady. Because, you know, he called me up. He said, yo, Q, man, I can't do nothing about it. They got to take you off. I was like, don't worry about it, my brother. I said, I understand. Man. But, you know, I just wanted to, that's how I started noticing, you know what I'm saying, the octopus, how the octopus effect works, you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of where I wanted to go with my next line of questioning, man. Is like, I know that you was involved in some very successful projects, but I wanted to ask, my question was, do you...
I wrote Senorita for Puff, you know that? That mommy, man, I keep...
Nah, I ain't know that.
I wanna be your papi chulo, can't you see?
Nah, I ain't know that.
Baby, I need you conmigo. Your style is my estilo. Te necesito yo aquí. That's me, man.
Well, listen, this is my question, though.
I didn't get no credit, is what I'm saying. I didn't get, you know, me rocking with loyalty and you know, trying to get my name out there. And, you know,
that's what I wanted to ask you.
With the mindset, because, you know, Joe is the type of dude that keeps you, you know, feeling like you ain't you ain't too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially, you know what I'm saying, if you behind it. Well, you know, I give it.
It's a
given that he was a rookie as far as like, you know, managing a big group. So he didn't know it was up to, you know, to come. So he's trying to, but he's, you know, he's kind of, you know, he shushes on me a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And never gave me my accolades.
Well, that's what that was my exact question. You kind of answered my question before I even asked it, because I was gonna say, do you feel like you get your rightful credit in hip hop? And
no, I'm definitely not. I'm not. I mean, definitely in the face of the people, of the OGs, of the legends. Definitely, I get that love.
For sure,
face to face. But as far as like being out there, like accolades that I deserve and talked about, like I'm one of those dudes. No, I don't get that. And that's the reason why I'm back. You know, not even back. I never left, but I'm really doing it extra hard now.
Yeah, getting on your grind.
So I could get that. You know what I'm saying? I could get that out there and let it be known. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Either rap or reggaeton. I'm the illest Cuban ever known. That's for real.
I love it. Well, check it out, man. I want to play some music, bro. This first song I want to play right here, man, is very special to me, man. It's special to me because this is the first time that I have ever recorded with an industry artist. You know what I'm saying? And it was a surreal experience for me, man. And I got the chance to record with Cuban Link, man. You know what I'm saying?
We got some heat, baby. We got
hey,
some heat.
Man, listen.
And that was left field. That was left field in the middle of a lot of things. That was already after the.
Man, listen, bro, it's crazy. My man, we hooked it up through a mutual friend. It was dope because check it out. So the night before, I'm gonna explain this story real quick. The night before we recorded the record, I met with you at this little hole in the wall club over there in Orlando, Colonial, man. And all I remember, bro, is these Spanish girls dancing on me. It was so crazy, man. And it was like,
how did I treat you though?
Oh man, hey man, listen, it was say it was surreal. Bro, you was a real dude. You was a real one.
That's why it's surreal. That's why you on the surreal.
For sure, man. You a real one, man. I say Cuban Link is a real one. So the next day we go to the studio. I'm in there dropping my parts. You come in and then you start writing your rhyme right there on the couch. You start writing your rhyme, and K Lion, who was the engineer at the time, he brings out this bottle of Henny. And we just started partying up and recording, man.
Yeah, did I do the Dr. Cuban again? Like I cocked your head back and I pulled you a shot. Like,
no. You didn't do that, but bro, I remember you was in there.
I used to do that.
You was like gargling it and stuff. But I was like, what the heck?
Because we were just crazy like that. Like that was the environment at the time. Like we was on some old like. You know when you can get into something. He was me and Pun when he was alive, you know what I'm saying? Like we used to go to strip clubs and out of nowhere he just burned himself. He let me burn him one time with a cigarette in the middle of the city club, the strip club. Like because we were so drunk, and he was like, "Come on now, come on, hit me right there."
Man, I burned
him. I burned him with the cigarette like this, and I was like,
"Bruh, I know you got big Pun stories for days, man." But let me hit him with this record though that we did, man. This one right here, this is Calico. It's not a game, featuring my man Cuban Link right here on Surreal Talk Radio. Check it out.
Cuban Link, the motherfucking house. Calico in this motherfucker. It's not a game, nigga. Clip up, my nigga. Show these motherfuckers what it's about. Let's get that money, man. There's no time for games, though. It's war.
It's not a game, it's war. Plain and raw, blood stain the war. When I bring the chain with the sword. It's not a game, it's war. 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 Plain and raw, blood stain the war. When I bring the chain with the sword. It's not a game,
on my own like the NBA, but with no Chicago. Ain't no bull in my game, and y'all know how I feel about beef. It's a shame that y'all so eager to eat. You throwing salt on my name, I try to teach. Thought you would've learned from my mistakes. You really can't see how your ass getting played. Think I switched the alien from Calico to grenade. Cause when I pull out the pen, don't have your name on my page. Or I let you feel a rage on any beat that I blaze. Sometimes the things even seem fishy. You getting filleted, you got some nerve to diss me in your indirect ways. Your style's transparent. I see your ex-ways, ex-members acting gay on their MySpace page, riding on a nigga dick. Hope you faggots catch AIDS, taking shots from the back. Now rest in peace of your grave. My Uzi way like pun when I release my weight.
It's not a game, it's war. Plain and raw, bloodstained the war. When I bring the chain with the sword. It's not a game, it's war. It's not a game, it's war.
It's not a game,
It's not a game, it's war.
Okay.
It's not a game, it's war. It's not a game, it's war. Plain and raw, bloodstained the war. When I bring the chain with the sword. It's not a game,
I keep it live from the O to NY. Cuban Link, I get it poppin' like the 4th of July. Map 10s, Tech 9s, blocks, big 4-5s. Fofos, calicos, that'll strip your pride. Mr. Don Q, I'm so fly. Got the ladies going crazy, baby, best believe my dick don't lie. It's either do or die, you decide. Ain't no place for you to hide. When the reaper creeps up in your sleep, all you can do is cry. Who am I? Cuban Link, motherfucker. Side to side. We calico, motherfucker. First we hit the hood, then we hit the wood. Then we party with the mommies like you players should. It's all good when I'm in the ozone, smoking on that homegrown, clubbing, taking broads home. We party all night long, hip hop to reggaeton, Roxy's, Firestone, that is go high, still I'm on.
Yo. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, that's crazy, man. Bruh.
Now Cuban Link is a whole different, like, it's not a whole different. I'm like, before, I'm telling you, I was like 80 to 85%. I was, still growing and stuff like that. Right now, I feel like when I was writing, I felt, now I look back, it was like 80, 85% because, that I had things on my mind and some records, I wish that I could go back and and re-update. But now, boy, I'm on 100 right now. I'm on 100, like with the lyrical part, with the mind, the body, the soul, and just deep. It's deeper than that. It's like now it's like we all get to that place where we look back, either we ashamed or we proud of what we done.
Yeah.
And we take all the accolades and move forward. I mean, if you're a positive, righteous individual, that's what I consider myself, at the end of the day. And, and God, that definitely plays a big part of my life and in my energy now.
Yeah.
So, I'm just, I'm blessed with that. And, I feel good. I feel good about my music. I feel good about just everything that I'm doing right now, all the projects, how my mind state, reacts to the music part.
Yeah.
So, the fire is crazy right now. And I don't know if you got some new joints by me?
Yeah, man, I got some music I want to play from you, man. We gonna get there.
You got the new joint, because I don't want to go back to no glamour life.
Nah, bro, I got you, man. I ain't,
No. I'm just saying, I want to just find out, like, what they put you up to, like, as far as on that I dropped new.
All right, we gonna get to that, man. Let me knock out a few.
Tell me. You don't have to play it. You don't have to play it now.
What I got, bro? Like, I got I think it's called Where Did Everybody Go? Okay, I got that joint.
Okay. You got Everybody Go. You got all my New York shit.
No, that's the only one I got is the Where Did Everybody Go.
There you go. I know that. That's what I'm saying. You got to listen to the Back to the Wall. You got to get to the Legends Never Die. Those are like the new joints I've been putting out there. And I know it's hard to even kind of, detect them.
Yeah, because the thing is, like,
it's not out there like that.
Right, for sure. Yeah, because the thing is, bro, like, usually I'll do this segment right here for an hour, man, but I want to go in overtime with you because we only got 6 more minutes. But I got so much stuff. If you cool with it,
no doubt. Let's finish it up then, man. I'm here. I'll come back. Whenever you need me.
Yeah. Nah, we can go into overtime, and like I said, if you cool with it, man, we can go into the 12 o'clock hour. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to get some of your music out there for let the people know what you're sounding like these days and stuff like that. But I got a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to talk to you about, man. So
yeah. Keep on
right,
the dialogue.
Let's do it like this, bro. Before we go on a commercial break, let's talk about this discography you got. I want to go back and to 1999. You know what I'm saying, you was a major part of the Terror Squad album. You played a big role in that. That joint right there sold over 250,000 copies.
That was Joe's album, actually. Really, if you look back on the business side,
okay,
talking about business and artist part, that was actually the deal that Atlantic Records. I got my deal, through when I got my deal with Atlantic. Joe was handling the business side of it, so he worked himself a $10 million deal with Atlantic, along with my deal, $1.4 million. You know what I'm saying? But I only got I only got $75,000 from that bonus, so it's not like I got millions from that. But I got 75. I was happy as hell with that. You know what I'm saying? So I was good.
Yeah, because you at this time you 24, 25 years old.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I just made a choice not to go to college and take this music thing because punk gassed me that I was nice. I when I'm in something like when I was like writing and stuff and everything, I get into it. I could feel that confidence building. But I was the type of dude that was doing a lot of other things. So between that, Joe separating the group and not really, thinking that we could have a shot to do it. But Pun was the one that was, the battery on my back, the push that I needed. Yeah. He took me to the Beatnuts section himself, and he the one who got me on that Beatnuts song, off the books. So at the end of the day, my brother believed in me in that way, not just because he was, my brother.
Man, you rocked
he
that
really
thing,
believed in my talent.
You did great on that record too, man. So now 2000, the year 2000, the following year you were set
the Terror
to.
Squad, you're talking about the Terror Squad, the debut album, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was when I was working on my album. Pun was working on Yeah Baby, and we all like me. I was working like that time right there. I expected Pun and Joe to come help me with my album because I helped them with their album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was playing the team, and then I understand Pun's part because Pun. I like to write by myself anyway, but it would have been nice. Like I was looking for that help because I was still feeling like a little, scared that this is my rookie album. But I've never been, I always been in a group. I came from a group, so it's like I did one verse, and I could spit that one verse, but now I got to do a whole song.
Yeah, so I definitely can relate to that.
It was definitely the jitters on that coming into that, but I came in. My brother Pun at the end of the day, he put me in charge of a lot of like musical and artistical things that that I had to handle for him anyway. So I kind of paid my dues in that situation, but I was really learning to do it when it's my turn. So once I started catching on, I was just knocking songs out back to back. And then I was the dude also that put the whole team in my album. You know what I'm saying? If you go back to 24K, you see cuts with all my dudes. Like even Tony Sunshine wasn't even inducted in Terror Squad at the time, and I had him like 5-6 songs. They didn't all make it, but still telling lies.
That album right there that was supposed to come out, 24K. I wanted to ask you something specific about this album here. Do you feel like that sabotaged your career? Like
never.
I mean, the fact that it never came out the way it was supposed to come out.
I don't think anything my enemies ever did, or people that did something to me on some, underhanded or back betraying. Right. I don't think anything that they ever did stopped me from doing anything. Well, they slowed me down, maybe. Yeah. But never ever could stop me because I know God had me. I feel you on that. I know it could have been a whole different way, and I could have been thinking a whole different way. Where it's like, I could have ended up in a different situation where I couldn't, get the chance to, keep doing this music thing. So I know they couldn't stop me. They tried. For their own reasons they try, which is not even no valid reasons. It's just basically vanity, greed, 7 deadly sins type thing, jealousy. Because at the end of the day, I never did nothing as far as, to deserve certain things, that betrayal. You know what I'm saying? So it's that story also. But it's not like I dwell on that. Like a victim thing. It's like, hey, dude, I get over it.
Hey, Cube, let's take a commercial break real quick and come back.
Of course, commercial. Robert Rodrigo back in Florida.
Yeah.
All right, Surreal Talk Radio, we back. Man, Calico the Surrealist, exclusive, and Cuban Link. Cuban Link, you still there, bro?
Rodrigo is here in the max.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
What kind of commercials is those right now?
Paid. I have I was gonna say I have no idea, bro. Don't even ask me about them commercials.
I felt like I was in RoboCop, the movie. Remember the bootleg commercials that came out of nowhere? Man, listen. I bought that for $1. That was that type of commercial.
That was a distraction for our interview, man.
That was crazy. That was adopt you as kids. I was like, what? I never heard that.
You'll get me kicked off the radio, bro.
No. Salute.
All right, man. So yeah, man. Hey, man, y'all mess with them commercials. Y'all rock with them commercials. All right. So
check
it out, bro. So that same year, bro, we talking about the year 2000, man. This had to be a terrible year for you, man, because that's the same year that Big Pun passed away, man.
Yeah, it was supposed to be one of my greatest years. Yeah. My album was supposed to drop and all that. You can see the crazy stuff that's happening. That's timing. The timing, even though I thought that, it showed me it was off, but it's not even that it was off. It was just like, it was a lot on my plate, but I was still going forward. It's not like I ever quit, or I was definitely going through my tribulations and pain, and my the dark hours because of my friend, of course.
Yeah, because you up the bat. Like I can just imagine, bro. You up the bat, like your man. This is like this is your man. He done busted wide open. He done hit a home run, going platinum with this Capital Punishment. Y'all riding off this thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came up together as kids and all of that. Now you up the bat, and next thing you know it, you got the Fire album, man. It don't really get.
It's supposed to be Fire album. I remember I was still kind of confused because I'm getting different kind of like reactions. I got Joe, that's my he was doing my managing at the time. You know what I'm saying, and he was the one talking to Craig Common, which is Atlantic, the Atlantic representative at the time, the CEO. They gave me the deal, and that line of communication, Joe was in the middle of that, and it was time. I spent the whole year in the studio. And I never, I'm like, yo, why it's taking so long? You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, the version of the album that I heard, man, it was crazy, bro. I heard joints on there with who all did I hear on that joint right there?
I got a lot of joints, people with Ja Rule, Murder.
Yeah, Ja Rule, Pink.
I got Pink. Yeah, Pink. Just shout out to Footprints, the dancing dude.
Yeah, Big Pun.
He passed away, but
Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap, Lord Tariq, Nori, MOP. That was Man of Business. Yo, why you say you can't curse here? And then all the songs that we just did had like 1,000 curses.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Because FCC, I could play Safe Harbor time. I could play the records. We can't say the stuff on the radio.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, it's
want to know that. I was like,
FCC record. I mean, it's rules, man. But anyways, so yeah, man, like this record right here, man. So I wanted to ask about. Well, you already kind of explained the deal that you had with Atlantic. The way it was structured between you and Joe.
Joe was the middleman. And he was paying attention more to the budget he got for $10 million. You know what I'm saying? So he got caught in the ruckus too, playing games over there, acting like he was the coach instead of really being in the studio with me, helping me. That I was paying him to. I was giving him 20%. We all was.
Yeah.
Pump was giving him 50%. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I expected a lot of things from him, and that's what I'm saying. And we was really tight right before that because that's when he got me the deal, and we was like spending a lot of time together, like really, even from back in the days I spent time, but I was like the extra wheel kind of. But this is that time, right before that time was when we really like got together, going to Puffy's house. You know what I'm saying? I do it, songs for people. He's putting me on to the game, and I seen this, that type of lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, of the big guys. So he was walking me through that too, and we got really tight, families eating together, kids and all that. So he became really my dude right there, like my family.
Yeah.
And then Pun passes away, and of course, we go into that type of depression. But I was the guy still with the unity mind. My mind was on unity. Like, this is the time that I know Pun will want us to get together and really, reinforce it, because he's, at the end of the day, in the business sense, Joe lost his cash cow, and he's the main asset to there, in the star. So now, in my view, is when unity becomes the crutch to each other, and really, try to just, as far as like not replace Pun, but stand in for him, and as a crew, and rock together even better. Yeah,
you thinking y'all at this time y'all should be forming Voltron? I got you.
Right, Voltron. That's my mentality.
No, I feel you.
But when you got somebody like that's supposed to be leader, it's just Joe. You know what I'm saying? When he was already rocking all the labels and all our budgets, he's milking it. He's got his own thing going over there because his mind is on the money and how how he was getting his bread. Because the $10 million wasn't just good enough for him. He had everybody's budget, so he had access to everybody's budget. So he would do what he do, and so that's why you never seen the albums come out back then.
But I was going to. That's what I wanted to ask you though. So the record is done though. Like y'all don't spend on it.
My 24 karat record was done in about 6 months. So there was another 6 months of waiting.
Why would they? why would they invest this much money in putting together this project and then sit on
because
it like
Shelby?
Shelby?
See, when it came to business, that I wasn't too like savvy with. Not even savvy. I knew, like I know business, but I wasn't in those meetings. I was paying Joe 20% of everything I did as far as shows, as far as features, and that's paying my manager. He's my manager.
Yeah.
So my manager is the actual guy who got me the deal that is responsible. He's managing my career, right? So he's there talking to the actual, president of the nigga who gave me the deal. So now I'm asking Joe, Joe, what's up? Dude, with my album, what's up going on? And it's hard to even beef like that because Pun passed and I'm over here just waiting. I've been waiting. So my brother, you know what I'm saying, he didn't get to see, because he heard some of my songs, but he didn't get to hear the whole album. So we was all feeling that pain, that Pun, that voice from Pun. But now it's back to business where it's like, yo, we got to handle business still. Yeah. And I'm depending on you because I'm paying you, not just because you're my man. I'm paying you. So can you do your job, please? And he got caught up with the ruckus and all this. That was his excuses. He got caught up. And then he started working on his album. So it was about him. So but like, dude, I worked on Pun's album.
This is what don't make sense to me though. Like, explain this to me. This is what doesn't make sense. If it
doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense, my brother.
But here's the thing, because it could, in my mind, it could have made dollars. This is what I'm not understanding. If I'm the guy now who's I'm the plug. I'm directing the shots here, and Big Pun, my cash cow, is gone.
Yep.
We got a record right now. He
didn't feel like that. He didn't feel like that. Like I told you, he was always undermining my talent. He was always telling me I'm whack. He was always feeling I wasn't good enough. And that's him doing it. Well, the world's telling me I am. And so I've been confused.
But that's the part that don't make sense. That's the part that don't make sense because y'all got a whole record now.
I used to write for him too. So he used to take my love. Wow. So at the end of the day, I wrote certain things for him, so he used to take them. So how you gonna feel like a nigga, a dude like me is whack when you take it, you saying what I wrote you.
Wow.
So it's a hypocrite. It's the double standard. Yeah. At the end of the day, I see it now. All I see is like, he was jealous that I was Pun's brother. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of sneaked in the situation in his eyes because Pun loved me and Pun got me there. And then I showed, the more I showed it.
It definitely, bro, it definitely have to be something. Yeah, it definitely have to be something personal because.
It was that.
Yeah,
I don't even understand. And I don't even understand it too, like how disgusting it could be because it's like, you got the best, illest Puerto Rican dude, which was Pun. Yeah. And then you got the illest Cuban dude and you have Cuban and Puerto Rican. Yeah. So that would have fulfilled your whole legacy.
I see where you're going with that.
Like I always seen that. Like I'm you're half Cuban, Pun is you half Puerto Rican, and we formed Voltron together. That's both be part of us. Yeah. But he didn't see it like that. It was just like something with me. Yeah,
it had to be.
He didn't even like Cuban people. Like he used to talk bad about Cubans when I was around him. So I used to try to make him love Cuba. Like, my dude, I came in as 5, I never went back, but I love my country. Yeah. I love Cuba. You know what I'm saying? I love my roots. I know where I'm from. I love the fact that I got, I'm blessed with being there and coming over here. You know what I'm saying? And having that journey in my soul and my DNA. And you know what I'm saying? That's a plus. That's not a negative.
Right.
So it's just that hate that how the New York dudes be sometimes, man. And he's just like one of them New York dudes.
Well, man. Yeah, man, you definitely. Yeah, you definitely, satisfied my question there because I could see what happened. I could definitely tell it was something personal. But so now this following year,
he ran away. He ran away one time when he was in a fight, abroad in Connecticut. I'm sure you probably heard it online now. After all these years, he said it, and he said it because I know God and Pun put him there to set him up. Because that's the day he ran. You know what I'm saying, from the situation, and he left the whole crew there. He left me there. So that really put a taint on our personal relationship because I was like, you ran on me, dog, after you get me into mad beef for other people, and I represented for you, and now you run on me, and then you use the weapon that I brought to take you out of there and leave me there without a weapon, and your whole crew, the guys you grew up with. So that was really like some punk stuff that he did there, and I felt some way. He never had a real explanation, but what he did was try to turn the whole thing around and said, it's my fault. So that's why he skipped the part that he ran. Don't care whose fault it is, because at the end of the day, we crew. And we put that work in for you, so we expect that back too. And I don't usually start nothing. So the first day I start something, the guy that you owe, as far as like, you owe me that. You know what I'm saying? As far as like a friend. if I was there for you, in a brawl, and I fought with you and for you, I expect that back when I get into a fucking thing, we're together.
Yeah, you've been in some real situations, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm the Forrest Gump. I'm on my Forrest Gump. I even have the special shoes back in the days, like him. That's my word.
Oh Lord,
I swear to God,
diabetic Adidas on.
Man, let's get to this.
I had skips. I had like Mr. T's when I first got to this country.
This man right here. Let's get back to the chronological order of the story. Okay, so
remember the Converses? Remember the woman's Converse with the star on it? Remember?
Yeah.
I had instead of the star, I had the Mr. T. The 18.
This man a fool, man. All right, so let's see. Back to the story, bro. Back to the story. So the following year, this is your album, it don't come out. Big Pun passes. Now, the following year, you get this huge cut to the face from a beef. Yeah, man, from a beef situation that you had involving Fat Joe.
73 stitches. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was 3 cuts. It's 3 cuts. Even though it's like, you feel like it's 1, it's 3.
Wow.
It was 3 different cuts. One more, almost. It was under my chin, almost in my jugular, because I didn't feel that. You know what I'm saying? Doing that, but it's crazy because I heard that the shank, the orange box cutter, like the click on it.
Yeah.
I heard it from the back, like simultaneously in my mind, like subconsciously. Because at the time I'm like. Yeah, you know the story.
This is, man, bro. Listen, this is
punch the guy in the face, and then he punched me in the face. Like, I'm the one trying to stop the fight. I'm trying to stop them from fighting, and he punches the guy in the face, and then out of nowhere, I'm looking at the guy, and then turn my head, and then he comes and punches me in the face. I was like, oh. Yeah.
Man.
So I fall to the ground. I get up in 2 seconds. With now, okay, it's time for the get back. I get back. I jump on my feet, and I rock him 3 times in a row. The 4th time by, he's already wobbling back. He hits the ropes, not the ropes, but it's like the VIP is poles there.
Yeah.
He was wobbling all the way back to that, and I'm trying to get him. Once I'm trying to jump him again, to get him, that's when the guards, like 4 or 5 bouncers out there in Jimmy's, they held me back from him, and they holding me now, and I'm like, mother effer, U.S. astronomical dictionary, all of that extra stuff, and I was ready to get him. Well, this is happening. I'm trying to get him, like the dude from the back. That's when that happened. Like they hold to him, so you can picture me getting held by 4 guys, and I'm leaning forward trying to get Joe still because I can't believe that he snubbed me. So while this is happening, a guy comes from behind and he decides to draw on my face. I didn't feel none of that. I did hear it. If I heard the, I ain't gonna lie, from the back. Now, if 4 guys from the actual club with Jimmy's is holding me, and somebody comes from behind there and do that, because remember it's 3 slices, so it even happens fast, but still, people have to see that, like, especially the guys holding me. So after that happened, I don't know I'm cut. They start, like, out of nowhere, the 4 bouncers from the club start, like, made a wall with their arms, like, crossed in front of me and start pushing me all the way to the end of the exit. Like, so they exited me out by pushing me with their bodies. And I'm like, yo, what y'all doing? To the whole, like, middle of the floor. I'm like, what y'all doing? I was like, just pushing me. Not even saying, yo, man, let me take you to get some help for the cut. Or, tell me or put me on who cut me or get the guy that did anything. They didn't do none of that. They pushed me out of the club. So do you understand the conspiracy that's going on there? You see the movie now? And, at the end of the day, Joe doesn't know nothing.
I got a huge,
nothing.
So this is a huge question for me. So you suffered a lot for hip hop, man.
I mean, that's life. You suffer in life, pain. You ain't lit. I got a new song that's called "Welcome to the Show," and I said in there in the hook, and because I wrote the singing part over it too, but I said in the hook, my part is, some say you ain't living if you don't feel pain. So at the end of the day, sometimes pain is the only way that you know you're alive.
Right.
So that's how deep it goes. I mean, the more pain, when you look back into history, the ones that really went through that struggle, that adversity, that kind of obstacle. Those are the ones that are remembered biblically.
Yeah.
You understand? They are revered later on in life. And not to say I'm that type of guy, but yeah. I've been around those type of situations. You know, if I tell you my story, and you're gonna hear my story, but I'm just trying to tell you, it's for a reason. Is what I'm saying. So I'm not the one to be feeling like I need pity. I was a victim. I need anything back from anybody except that, you know, because when it's time to collect, I don't want money. You understand? So it's not that. It's just I know that it's destiny that's gonna, you know, the harder your come up is, your struggle is, the bigger the glory to the story.
My question.
That's how I take it.
I feel you.
Did I inspire you with the shit? Or
no. I'm listening. I definitely feel you, bro. My question is this though, you know, just adding up all the stuff that you done suffer for the game, man. Do you ever view this is a hard question for me? Do you ever view your friendship with Big Pun as a gift and a curse?
With Pun?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a gift.
Just a gift. Okay.
Yeah, that's a gift. I mean, no.
Because it's been the reason I asked that question is because you've suffered a lot of stuff that people just don't normally suffer when it comes to just hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know about bad deals, yeah, okay. But I'm talking about, man, you take it to the face like that, though. You know, you walk around with that for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this.
Sometimes it depends, but it depends on the action done to you.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's the reason why, like, I'm kind of still like say that story in a certain way of you know, not having no respect for, you know, Joe. Personally, it's because, you know, especially, you know, when you got beef with somebody, or it's usually the manner of or the relationship between y'all, you know, that determines the depth and the seriousness of it. Yeah. Like, you know, usually when you have a big problem, you fall out with a friend, and it's like that. It turns up all the way up until it's stuck. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's forever. Like my situation is forever because I never got answers. Yeah. I never got no resolution. I never got no clarity of their side. Now I know enough that I know he was involved, as far as, like, you know what I'm saying, setting me up in a place like that and knowing what happened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know that much because he already told me that I had to go through life to see that. Yeah. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, he voluntarily said that. And, you know, it's like that nobody either told me, you know, yo, this is what happened. It's not like that either, because, you know, he was controlling a lot of things. And the more he was trying to bury is the more I knew he was involved. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those whodunit situations that I know whodunit. And I don't need to know no more, because at the end of the day, I seen why. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really the instrument used to do the act. It was the actual person and the motives behind it that was so disgusting and so you know what I'm saying, so biblically, like, you know, Cain and Abelish. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
that's what cut deeper. I definitely feel what you're saying on that.
That's all it is. But that's what it is. I mean, that's why I say the story, and I say it in the way I say it. You know what I'm saying? He can't stop me from saying it. You know what I'm saying? He knows better. But at the end of the day, it's not about whose testes is bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm good with how I led my life, what I did, as far as, like, you know, in the situation, after the situation, how I handled the situation, how I got down in the situation. And I know the truth. And I know that what they say and what they taking credit for is opposite of what I'm saying and what happened. So I know at the end of the day, they're lying. And they have to lie to keep themselves in that position. And it's working for them. It's working for him. You know what I'm saying? And I say them because they all went over there and they sided with him.
That kind of
they know the truth too. You know what I'm saying? So they all know the truth. They just want to say it because they're taking fame. You know, that glamour and that money is bigger than, you know, me.
And
my friendship.
That's what kind of leads me to my next question, because after that situation, you go on to have beef with Pitbull and DJ Khaled.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, because of the association with him.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I actually like them, but they did things. Remember, they did things, not me.
No,
So I responded to it, and made me look. They used me again. They made me look like I'm the bad guy, the drunk guy that just start beating people up because I'm mad and jealous because I can't make a hit, and I'm frustrated, and I just take it out on others. That's how they made me look.
So going back to what we spoke about in the beginning on the Surreal Topic of the Day, we was talking about groups can't stay together. Do you think that, you know, like with these additional beefs with Pitbull and Cuban Link, DJ Khaled, do you think that those beefs right there are just like the nature of hip hop? Like you just like that's just a part of hip hop?
Damn, I don't want to curse. It's a part of being a bitch. a bitch ass nigga.
We gotta watch it, bro. We gotta watch it.
I'm sorry. But I have to say that one.
That was the compassion coming out.
He like Lil Wayne, you know, I don't curse, but in his verse, like I get you.
And
man.
I'm not really talking about too much Pitbull. Pitbull was personally too because he's Cuban and what, you know, he made a diss. He tried to, you know, nobody before that tried to use me on some old, you know what I'm saying, let me step on you so I could get, you know, ahead of you type stuff, opportunist type situation, and you know, talk and make a record diss of me and talk things that he doesn't know, personal things he doesn't know, and he labeled me like that. That's why I did it to him, especially because he was Cuban. And that bothered me because, like, yo, my people, man. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, I see him, you know, becoming, you know, the Cuban Link, like all my ideas and my real. And even though he wasn't spitting like me, but he took that avenue, that image, and he made it his own, and he succeeded on his own thing. Recently, last 2 years ago or last year, he got on Drink Champs and he said he was wrong. And I appreciated that. After all those years, I appreciated that because that was the thing. But remember, it took 20 years plus for him to say that.
Hey, so, man, at least you got it, man. Some people take it to their grave.
Nah, I shouldn't be happy nothing. That's going to save his soul, not mine. I'm rocking with the truth. So at the end of the day, they can't stop me. Listen, they can't stop me.
That's real.
Slow me down. They can slow me down, but you can't stop. Not because I'm saying some old, I'm invisible. No, you can't stop me because I don't believe that a lie and a fake move or a fake anything to take anything away from the truth and what's real. And what really happened in the situation, and that's what I'm saying. Me getting back to that, and now coming saying these stories, and I'm just putting things in perspective because, you know, not trying to get the time I get back. You just know my legacy ain't gonna be known because y'all told my legacy and y'all story and y'all way and made me look like a certain way. I'm gonna tell my own story the way it happened, and not because I'm being selfish or lying about what I saw. What I'm saying, I'm 99.9 that, you know. I kill bacteria on that level. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like I have nothing to hide when it comes to that. You know, the bad and the good, and it's, believe me, it's 90% good. You know what I'm saying? And now, but you know, some people taste, you know, Cuban Link's name in their mouth might be really 90% bad. Because them guys is in the industry. They was controlling it for a long time after the situation. Because I went back to the street. I went back to doing things outside the industry. So, you know, they got the leverage there, and that's why Joe was so successful because most got scared of him because he could do that to his brother or his friend or these artists. Imagine what he do to us. He never got caught because, you know, a dude like me ain't gonna snitch or ain't gonna sue. I ain't gonna do that because he knows that. He knows that, you know what I'm saying? When you do, you know when it is. And that's why the fear also appears and throughout the years, because it's like, if I didn't do all of that, what you just think he's waiting for? That's just my stick. Me, I'm good. I don't need to get no give back as far as like, well, I do. I mean, you know, I would love to get still in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying with him? You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm 90, I would love that. You know what I'm saying? I would push him down the stairs.
Wow.
In a nursing home, if we're in the same nursing home, I'm pushing him down the stairs. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Let me get back. Hold on, man. Let me get back to the Cuban Link story, man.
No. But let me say, I can make jokes and everything like that, but that's 100% truth. That's going to happen. But all he had to say is, "Be my friend. Be a little bit of my friend, and just tell me who did that."
I feel you.
That's all he had to say. Tell me a true story about that day, and I would have never took that route with him. Never.
I feel you, man.
All you have to do is call for the truth, man. Say the story. I want to hear the story. And not because you incriminated yourself, I'm not suing you. I'm not putting you criminal charges on you.
Right.
I just want to hear you say it, and I want to see you bask in that lie that you did for all these years.
Yeah.
Sometimes, them lies, you can't go back, and that's what the problem is. And then he involved other people. So other people, and rest in peace to K-Slay, you know what I'm saying, and everything. But K-Slay was a Black Fat Joe. He made it be known. He blocked me from many places also. And he was a big powerhouse over here in New York, behind 97.
Yeah.
So he was using other people. So imagine those people, once you get in cahoots with them,
yeah.
Even if he told you a fake story.
Yeah, blackball,
and you end up helping them blackball me.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
It becomes personal now, because now you're going to have that in your conscience and be like, no, I don't care. You're not going to get up. I did this. And it comes that situation because he involved people. Yeah. So now it's like, the whole industry mostly is against, powerful people in the industry. I like Pitbull, I punched in the face and everything, but I know it's not real beef. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it because of reality. After, you know what I'm saying, he got punched in the face, and then, you know what I'm saying, I've seen him again, and I wanted to give him the fair one. That's the type of dude. And he said, nah, cool, whatever. I already knew. And it wasn't about that. It was about, little young Cuban brother, I gave you love when I saw you. You know what I'm saying? You know my situation. I got beef with this fat dude and all these people in New York. I'm over here in Miami. I'm sure you came humbly and said, what's up? You got love for me. And then I give you love. And then you get next to somebody else that poison your ear. And then you try to disrespect me on that level. And you're Cuban. Mm-hmm. That's what the person between me and Pitt. And then Khaled, I just asked him one day. I caught him in a summit in Puerto Rico. And I asked him, I'm coming out with a new record, man. Can you play my song? Even after the Joe beef and everything. And I didn't have no beef with Khaled. I just asked him, can you play my record? I'm coming out with a new project. He told me, I can't. The Don. I said, what are you talking about, the Don? Like, he's trying to tell me that, he can't because Fat Joe, right? Mm-hmm. So that got me mad. On the spot, it got me mad. On to more like, okay, you're scared of him. He scares you, or your loyalty to him is bigger than mine, and that's the reason you're not going to give me love. So you're not going to give me love anyway. You're not going to spend my stuff if it's on some regular, rotation, even if the people put it in rotation, or, and you're not going to give me love or some friendship. So you're my enemy, right? So you got to make that decision. I made that decision in 2 seconds. And I started kind of chasing him around the car he was in. You know what I'm saying? And it made me look crazy because it was in front of a lot of, people as far as the team. It was a DJ summit in Puerto Rico, and there was like other artists there, But I'm chasing him down. My man had, Cool and Dre up in the air, about to take his chain. I told him, don't, that's the type of dude I am, though. Look, the dude had him over there. I'm chasing Khaled in the car. And my dude is calling me, yo, Cuban, what's up with this dude? He had Dre in the air. From Cool and Dre, the Dre dude. And he's like 6'5".
Yeah.
My man had him in the air like this. I'm taking his chain, Q. I said, nah, leave him alone. Dre looked at me and went like this to me. He said, Q, come on, please. Just like that. And I said, nah, man, he had nothing to do with it. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. And then you let them go. You let them go, and they're going to do you dirty behind your back, because that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, man.
Like Khaled didn't never say that story and at least give me love or some more. Like, yo, Cuban just mad, man. I spent mad good times with him. He's a good dude, because I like Khaled, always did. But how can you like somebody that is gonna like stop you or try to
But yeah, he in bed with Joe, man. You can he in bed with Joe, man.
Should I punch him in the face or should I not?
Yeah, you got to punch him in the face.
What's the result? What can I do right there in that situation? Because you're not going to help me. You're not going to change your way because you're scared of him.
Man,
I got to make you double scared of me now.
He in bed with Joe. Like you got to punch him in the face, man. You got
100%. I have to chase him around the car and do things like that. That's what I have to do. So I did it.
Oh my goodness.
That's what a real dude would do, and I did all the things that I did from them, deserving it. Yeah. It's not from me doing it as a bully. Them deserving it. You know what I'm saying? Like Pitbull did a song about me. That's why he got that done to him. Because, that Khaled told me no on some punk stuff. And so I knew he was going to block me. He was going to be big in Miami. Yeah. And I needed him to play my record like a regular artist. He told me, I can't because of the Don. So now you scared of the Don? Or he's your friend? Okay, now you're going to be double scared of me. And I'm going to provoke you now. Because now you're going to be my enemy. Because I know I'm yours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these situations, they put me in, but and like I said, it's the octopus, effect. You got, Matt Arms over there, trying to stop me, and the Tentacles, different places, like the Steve Lobel guy, the road manager to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
That guy stopped me in L.A. Like I told you, he stopped the song for me and Lazy coming out or being on the song because he's Joe.
Yeah.
He was Joe's
I know he in bed with Joe.
It's always some kind of gatekeeper slowing somebody's progress.
Hey, man, it's a man.
So Joe has a lot of people in that bed. Is what I'm saying. It's like he's got a California king bed with like a good 1,000 people laying there, orgying each other. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. So it's like now.
But you know what? I ain't want to sound like I ain't want to sound like no hater, but all my homeboys know, man. I always say this about Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? Is that this dude, his rhyme skills? I know people gonna give me backlash as far as his rhymes. He alright. But I think he overrated.
He's all right, but he's not real.
But my thing is always like he always tried to pair off with somebody that was hot though. Like he always ride.
That's what he's thinking. But that's a skill. I mean, I have to learn that. You have to learn that that's a skill.
Yeah, that's definitely his strong point.
But you got his strong point is being a well-reached. That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? He's a person that attaches. He's a parasite.
Yeah,
in other words,
he definitely
in another term,
man.
All he does is mooch and take whoever's hot. He tries to get next to them. Yeah. He goes to the top. Now
that's
he
a
has more
fact,
powers.
Man. You could just look at his track record. You could see, West Coast popping, he over in the West Coast. When the Miami popping, he down in Miami. You know, like you could just
remember
see
who left to Miami, if anything. If I'm looking like the one with the pie in his face or the egg in his face, and I'm the one who got victimized and everything, I stood in New York. Who moved to Miami? It was him, not me. He made his home in Miami. They accepted him, whatever. He went to Miami. I never left New York. The Bronx was still where I was rocking. Yeah. So at the end of the day, when it comes to being a real dude, like I don't understand what people see. Yeah. Well, because he got money. That's what it is. And he knows that money could buy things and it could make it look a certain way for him. So that's why he ain't nothing. You could call him smart if you want to. We call him pussy around Huawei. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So at the end of the day, they could try to turn it the way they do. They could act like they're the biggest gangsters and all of that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you could be the biggest gangsters, the illest, realest, NG. You could be all of that and you your mouth. But how about being a real man, standing right here by yourself, standing, knuckle up with something. Face what you need to face and put your dukes up and see. Let's see who can do it. And I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8". But when you got the truth with you, Nick, I'm 12 feet.
Yeah, bro.
I'm 12 feet when that truth is
listen,
behind
man. Let's go. Let me finish up this.
I know, man. Finish up now. You take me this avenue.
I know, man. It's my fault. It's my fault.
No, but I'm not mad.
It's your boy Calico, man. This is Calico fault. I got
Calico, of course. The cat. Two cats. Yeah. The colorful cat. It's the colorful cat.
Boy, check it, man. Let me.
I never knew that was the colorful cat. Yo.
Yeah, man. It's the colorful cat.
Calico was the first. That was the first machine gun I had. Yeah, me and Pun gave me that.
Big Pun. He was that gun.
We had a Calico. We had the Calico with the 100 shot drum. That was in 93, 93, 92. He had that Calico mini. It was the mini one, the nice, beautiful one with 100 drum, the 100 bullet drum.
Man, I could ask you a million big Pun questions. Yeah, I was sure when I designed this interview, I was like, I'm gonna try to focus on Cube but I could ask you a million big Pun.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of me, but let's get away from that because you already got the plot. I got cut, and the fight, whatever, beef. Now let's go back to
he running my interview down. I love it, man. All right, now I was at okay, so I was going down the discography thing, man. So I'm at the year 2005. You got the Chain Reaction album, which I love, man. I feel like this is a very underrated album.
Another one. That was the reason why I got so much. It got so much like resistance because of the beef. You know what I'm saying? That was the time too. I was ordered to not really pay attention to that because Joe was gonna be in the industry and we was trying to the MOB characters we was trying to move inside the industry and partner up with some people, and Joe was playing a big part of that, and You know what I'm saying? And he slowed down a lot of businesses. That's the first. Well, that was the first really time when other people, as far as business people, they saw it. They showed up.
Yeah, I thought that when I listened to the album, man, and like I said, I love that.
And it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you ask me my opinion, it was cool. It was still one of them. It was. You know, I'm always gonna have like at least 3 banger ones that are universal joints that you're gonna feel like this is a hit record or this is hot enough to be out there and for people to hear. I'm gonna have that. But the overall album, Chain Reaction, was a little like everywhere with it. I was really focused, really still kind of mad about things. How, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't really get to play the position that I thought in the beginning when we were speaking with MOV guys. You know what I'm saying? They dropped me down to an artist type shit. You know what I'm saying? Department. And, you know, I'm the one who thought of the name and everything. I thought it was going to be like more of a position to me, you know, because I'm coming with the talent and all that creativity, but, you know, they putting up the bread. Yeah. But, you know, they needed me to be, I needed to be, because it's still looked at the Cuban Link project and the Cuban Link label, because he's coming in from the outside into the industry. So I needed to play the front role in that business conglomerate there. Yeah. And that's the problem that I had with it. But I let them do what they do, even though they wasn't industry people, but they was professional businessmen, and they did what all they could. But once again, it's easy for somebody to just go, you know what, I'm tired of, I'm not going to fight this no more. With me, I never stop fighting. You understand? Because it's my life, my career, my music, you know what I'm saying, my journey. So that's the difference, that they could always just take a loss and, you know what I'm saying, and keep it moving and go to the next project. Me, I got to go, man, now it's going to look bad even more now. Yeah. This is another label, independent. We was doing so good and everything, but they gave up. Why? Because these dudes put the pressure on it, or it was too hard. And then, you know, they doing a judging between me and them because of the situation. Like, you know, I'm not giving in to none of the things Joe says. We're going to do what we need to do because we independent. We moving in our own court. You know, we're moving. Why we need permission? Why you keep telling me to make up with this dude? I don't need to make up with him. I'm doing what we doing. Yeah. I don't need to be a friend of Joe for me to be known in the music industry. Come on, my dude. I already earned my spot. I earned my tears, my blood, and my sweat. Yeah. What the hell is gonna be like, yo, Cuban Link, let him get a turn, man.
Yeah, that album definitely should have it should have definitely made a spark, because
it wasn't meant to be. No, it did make a spark. We did make a spark, and just like I said, it was resistance. It was wherever we went.
I mean, it should be. I mean, on that level though, like it should have been on that level of you know what I'm saying. It just should have been on that. It made it seem like it's such a under the radar you know, type of project, when it should have definitely been a mainstream.
Because it was independent and it was a lot of money. I couldn't complain about the money that they put behind that, because it wasn't about the money. It was about the relationships of the machinery. At the time, you still needed the machine. Yeah. You know, distribution. You still need to have kind of relationships in the game to get that kind of publicity. Yeah. And that's what we didn't have, but we definitely had a firepower cast when it came to the album. Yeah. You know, with the artists,
man.
And great and songs bro, that are still like, and songs that are crazy. The one with me and Gabe, the No Mercy. You know, we did the remix. The one with me and Jadakiss. The one with me and Maya.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah. Selena Johnson. You know, Avant. You know, we had a lot, and there was songs.
Bro, I see the video with you. You got Maya, man. What? My goodness, boy, what?
And that was the special. That was, and the one with
let's go to the next subject. We gonna get in trouble. We all married men. Let's get in trouble. All right, so
the one with Don Omar was like the first reggaeton mixed with English that, you know, before even the Dory one with Daddy Yankee came around the same time too, but that was the one, me and Don Omar. That's when he first spoke English in my hook. He's so scandalous. Like
remember that.
It would have been a great collabo to bring the reggaeton and the hip hop together on that level, and they gave us resistance.
Man, the labels. This is a question I always wanted to ask you, bro. Like, Kool G Rap. Is he like an influence?
1 in a million. You rolling the dice, you slice the F up like a Sicilian. Yeah, that's my dude too.
I was gonna say, is he like an inspiration? Because like I hear your flow, man. Your rhymes is so tight, bro. Like
no, the format that I got and the actual like freedom of words, and that was really that was a page of Coogee Rap's book.
Yeah, man, I could
100%.
hear it. I could definitely hear it, man.
100%. Yeah. Me and Pun. Pun was a Rakim fan. I turned him into a G Rap. Buff.
G Rap. Both of y'all, because Pun too, he was another one of those. But both of y'all,
but we love that. We love that. You know, Spanish dudes like talking fast. So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we cram the words up. You know what I'm saying? But it's you know, we didn't. Well, we used to do a little bit of the. Back in the back of the we used to do a little bit.
Ah, yeah, man, that fun.
You know, back in the days. Yeah, but
I was stupid for that too, man.
But we just concentrated on was in lyrics, and you know, the heavyweights of lyricism to us always were, you know, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and Coogee Rap, and then before that it was, you know, the Furious Five, Melly Mel, you know, Cass, you know what I'm saying, those kind of guys, like the ones that talk reality and real stuff, but in a creative way. And then G Rap was just a master of that, being like the gangster like image and everything, and then, you know, the lyricism, like the things he said were more important than anything, and the format he used, like he bounced off the beat and chose to rhyme what words were words. You know, he was incredible. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about G Rap himself. He's another one that he goes writ for, like Shantae. You know what I'm saying, Roxanne Shante and other people, you know, Biz, and you could tell his style in there and them, and you could see like, yo, this dude is credible. So I admire him for a lot of things, you know, and that's me growing up. You know, now, you know, at the end of the day, I'm older, and I'm, you know, I don't have no idols and people I look up to when it comes to that. You know, I'm myself. You know what I'm saying?
But
when it comes to like
point, you established now, so.
Well, not even established. It's just like, you know, too. You know, me, I'm a personal guy too, because I've met G Rap too. That's you know, he's always courteous and love and all of that. But
I mean, just as far as like style, you know what I'm saying? Like your style is established now. So.
Oh yeah, and then plus it's different. Yes, that was his style. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell that, you know, me, Pun. Even Eminem to a little part, you know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, even though he's different or whatever, but he got a lot of work and you know, words that manifest into like G Rap style. Yeah. And he'll say it himself. G Rap is definitely a pillar that we mocked, and we took his blueprint and try to complement it. We know with our own style, you know. Yeah,
especially with the Spanish incorporated, like the Spanish stuff y'all put with it. It definitely it's a great harmony, man. I definitely want to make sure I get some of you to get this music out there before we have to wrap.
You know, it's gonna be all about the past right now, and then forget about the music. That's what the problem is. The problem is that, like, not even every interview, but I'm saying we always get caught up in that because it's unresolved. It's an interesting topic. It's an unsolved mystery still to a point. It's a mystery that others don't want to talk about. It's taboo. Yes. It's not really out there. And y'all all know the truth. That's the thing. They all know. People know. It's just that just because the other guy is not saying it, he don't want to say it. He's blocking the actual everybody from asking things like that and revisiting it. Yeah. You know, he gets disturbed when everybody asks him, why? Why do you get disturbed about if you're a gangster? Everything should be off the cuff, man. It should be real. It should have no hand in your tongue. You know what I'm saying? And so the image you're playing is really a trick. It's not like he has to be, you know, a pussycat. Yeah. But it's not real. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, too, you know, it's crazy, man, hearing this story, because at the end of the day, thinking about Pun, I really think, you know what I'm saying?
It's a novella. You know, you got to leave it to the Spanish guys to make the illest novella. You know that.
yeah, man. You know, but, you know, Pun, he wouldn't have wanted to go down like this, but...
No, and the problem is that I just heard him the other day. I heard Joe the other day, and I asked him, he had a question like, if you could bring back any two artists that would from the death and bring them back to life, who you bring? He said Biggie and Pun. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, if you bring Pun, I'm thinking in my head, if you bring Pun back, he's gonna start living tax vows off you.
Because it sound good. It sound good until you know the other players. I get it.
Yeah, but the thing is not even that. He can say what he wants, but where is the accountability of these reporters and these people with these extra real questions that hip hop community want to hear? Yeah, where are they? Because is everybody just getting like paid off or being like manipulated to do what, you know, the company or artists want? Because at the end of the day, the job of the reporters and people like media is to find out things, even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to find out the truth. It's always about the truth when it comes to journalism. You know, it should be.
Right.
And that's, I think it was one of the ethics in it. But these guys are like, you know, that's not.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to talk to Joe, man.
They always, you probably have 5 goons around you going like I asked about Cuban Link, and you're gonna be like, okay,
yeah.
And then you'll probably like him after that because he's a
I would love to talk. I got so many questions,
squeeze
man.
him like the Pillsbury dope boy. You want to give him a little right in the
got
stomach, and then y'all both gonna be like best of friends, and I'm gonna look at you like this. I'm gonna beat you up too.
Man, listen, man. Let's play this record, man. It's Cuban Link, man. Where did everybody go, man? We gonna find out where Cuban Link went in a minute.
You know I gotta keep it. You know I gotta keep it still in the same topic. So even though this song right here is nice and uppity beat and it's a new style, as far as like it's relevant right now to what's going on and how they rapping that, it's still a topic and it's still a message in the bottle. You know
all right.
So where did everybody go?
Yeah. Let's check it out. Right here. Surreal Talk Radio.
Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't know. It's nothing but love when you get in it. Hey, up in the club when you kicking it. They giving you hugs as you flipping it. They seeing you double and triple it. But the minute you in a predicament, they quick to forget what you did with it. Now that the bottles are empty, nobody's funny, not even a little bit. Let everybody go. I was just rolling 100 deep with people putting on the show. Let everybody go. I don't know. It was all good just a week ago. I'm up in the club with a diva, a Spanish fly senorita. The thugs eager to meet her, but they see how she follows the leader. She loving the way that I treat her. I'm touching her gut when I feed her. And don't get it twisted neither. She's the one that be carrying my heater. I need me some Remy, not some Henny. Bring me a couple of liters. If you don't like me, cool. Do what you do. I don't like you neither. You better just know that I'm Jeter. You see me just kicking my feet up. You take it too far, so it's like a car. You better go bubble your seat up. Speed of a Jeter, heart of a line. That's where we get down in the jungle. Beware the bears, gorillas and tigers. Yeah, they coming to hunt you. When the money ain't there, nobody cares. You spread out a homie will front you. They can pass me the beer, we party in here. And yeah, I'ma trick if I want to. It's nothing but love when you get in it. They up in the club when you kicking it. They giving you hugs as you flipping it. They seeing you double and triple it. But the minute you in a predicament, they quick to forget what you did with it. And now that the bottles are empty, nobody's funny, not even a little bit. Let everybody go. I was just rolling 100 deep with people putting on the show. Let everybody go. I don't know. It was all good just a week ago. Let everybody go. I was just with all the models, popping bottles, drinking gold. Let everybody go. I don't know. It was all good just a week ago. Now I know what the dealio. When you living your life every day like a video, playing that big Willie bro. Macking that acting like you got that ditty dough. Surrounded by pretty hoes, chasing the cloud all about the material things. Check for the bling, cause not everything that glitters is gold on the really low. More money, more problems. The faster it comes, the harder to solve them. More honeys, more condoms. So many bunnies you can't even dodge them. Caught up with the stardom. On top of the game, no longer the bottom. You up in that column. Shot callers, I know all about them. Let everybody go. I was just rolling 100 deep with people putting on the show. Where did everybody go? I don't know. It was all good just a week ago. Where did everybody go? I was just with all the models, popping bottles, drinking gold. Where did everybody go? I don't know. It was all good just a week ago.
Yo, Surreal Talk Radio. We back.
Yeah.
Hey man, so that one right there, man, kind of had like a little Migos type of flow to it, man.
Well, it's like I said, it's relevant to the sound that's out there. I love the fact that hip hop, you know what I'm saying, has different styles and you know, more popular styles that, you know, whatever style is popping up. I could do all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's my way though. You know what I'm saying? My way. Because like I said, you know, Migos do what they do and salute to them, you know what I'm saying? And peace to, you know, rest in peace to what was his name that died? I'm sorry.
Takeoff. Yeah.
Takeoff. Yeah, I always get caught up with the with the names, but as far as him, man, I seen that happen, and it's crazy, man. A lot of our rappers are losing their life. Yeah, but anyway, this is like I said, this is this is something that I said, you know what, let me do something up to date with the youth, at least, because it's about getting heard when you're an artist.
Yeah.
And especially me, because I love lyrics, so that's always going to be some lyrics when I'm spitting. It's just the style you do it in. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that matters a lot. Some MCs can't change, and this MC, well, like Jadakiss never changed his flow, but he got that forever timeless flow, because he says, forever timeless ill shit, things. So he got away with it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Other guys are not so lucky. You hear Kane, you get like almost, you hear Kane, you hear probably G-Rab, you hear those guys. Some MCs, they still not, I don't want to say stuck in the 90s or the era. It's just that it's hard for that to rearrange certain things about
the style
and adapt. Yeah,
it's hard.
Me, I'm a guy. Yeah, me.
Yeah, I can't even do that. Like that Migo stuff. Me as a rapper, I can't even do that. I commend you for even being able to do it.
I think everybody could. It's just you got to have the rhythm inside you. You have to have the blueprint inside your mind already. How you gonna attack the beat? Because remember, your voice is another instrument. Yeah. So you hear the beat, and it's what I'm saying, whether it's slow, but it's 100 ticks a minute. Yep. It's that trap. Either you're gonna go with the snare drum, either you're gonna go with the bass, or the kick, or you're gonna go. In between the spaces that the beat has. It's different ways to attack it. It's the only way you could explain it is if, is the tutorial. And I'm not going to do that because it's going to cost you.
What? Cuban Link, give it a rap, teach us how to rap, man.
Cuban Link got to drop jewels, man.
I feel you, man.
The name owns it, and then I got to do it because I'm old enough. I got the wisdom, and my whole thing is about,
hey man, we'll keep dropping, bro. Keep dropping, bro. Man, listen, I got one very important question, man, that I want to end it off with.
No, I don't want to answer no more questions. It's over.
You owe me this one. You owe me this.
I'm messing with you. Yeah.
All right, so check it out, man. Big Pun's legacy. I want to talk about that for a quick second here. Big Pun's legacy. Okay. So I want to talk about Chris Rivers, man. Chris Rivers, this kid is nice, bro. Like
you're not the first time. He's just like, dude, come on.
Yeah, man. I met him down.
There's another. He's going through what I went through in a different way, and he doesn't. Well, either he knows it or he doesn't know it. I'm sure he knows it. Mm-hmm. He just playing the business card. He played it the right. The good guy type. He didn't. Me, I went directly at the source of the hate. Which is Joe. And I said what I said, and throughout the years, and I made songs about him, and we had our problems, and we still do. But I'm saying that's me. That's Cuban. Him and the other, is the heir to the throne, which is Pun's son. He started at 9 years old. I remember helping him with songs. I wrote him a song called Mamacita. Back in the days when he was in the group 3 Down, I played a part in having him as far as like his life and his career. Mm-hmm. I put him in my album. Just the song didn't make it to the album, but it got in a mixtape. Only the Crew Understands, Our Family. He was in that one. He's a baby. That's when still people was writing for him. He had a little bit of ghostwriters. Because, he just wanted to get in. But then when he got it, he turned like 15, 16, 17. He was incredible. He on his own. And you could see the resemblance in his dad's voice and his dad's style. And, everything. But yet he didn't want to be recognized. He didn't want to be in his father's shadow.
Right.
So you have to respect that. And then he tells the truth. He makes a song, which is his hottest song to this day, I feel. Because that's a real song when he talked about, the abuse and all of that. As far as like telling in the third person, like that was a dope song. Regardless, even people, whether they took it like damn, he gonna do that to his daddy. But he never said that. And if he does, it's real. That's his real story.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even that. it wasn't even. But I'm saying that as far as like, it was just the song overall was a great song. That you know what I'm saying. But it's just that topic is touchy because you know he's the son of Pun, and you know what happened with Pun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just, even that the other side, it's like they throw the gasoline to see them fall. They want to see them fail. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe and them, like, come on.
Yeah,
you know
this is my
Joe
question.
Got a block on him. Joe got a block on him, 100%. They got a block. Whether you want to believe it, whether he don't want to believe it, whether he's cool, you know, he do independent. Come on, man, that's point.
And here's the thing,
you know
though.
There's big business people that should have been helped him.
This is my because I was just finna say this is my thing because I'm talking about Big Pun's legacy. We definitely talking about his legacy being.
Joe's trying to deliberately take his legacy and make it Joe's legacy. He could be the number one Latino in the world ever after he goes back to the ocean, his beluga ass.
Yeah, man, because we definitely, the rappers from Big Pun Circle, man, definitely need to be holding it down for Chris, man. Like, he should definitely be.
Well, you know, he's bigger than music to me. That's like my nephew. That's family to me, regardless how, because we had, not even me and him, but, me and Liza, we didn't see eye to eye together too. You know what I'm saying? But it's family. Yeah. It's not like we're going to go in the air and just, air out shit. It's not like that. It's just like, I just disagree with certain things and disappointed in others. And so she probably did the same thing. And I respect how they roll, as family and how tight they are, and they went against the world just like I did on my own. Mm-hmm. They did it on, as a family with them three, Liza, Amanda, Shesha, and Chris. They was really like against all odds too. They would go against all odds for years. And she was fighting a lawsuit that Joe was dragging her through forever. Doing malicious stuff behind the scenes. That she tried to tell, and he stops people from interviewing her. He takes her voice. That's his whole thing. He tries to take the voice from the people that are telling the truth. But he forgot that the truth is never to be. You can't hide the truth forever, dog. You can't bury the truth for life. The truth never dies. I don't care what you say. Right. Only lies die.
Well, man, listen, man. I got 3 minutes before I got to get up out of here, bro. Man, it's definitely been.
Nope. We're gonna stay here for extra now.
It's been right here. I want to make sure I give you some time to
just
give.
Just a kid about Chris. One ill MC that earned his dues, he paid his dues, earned his spot. Yeah. Wish that if the people and everybody else don't see how crazy this industry and how disgusting it is, how one man's greed could stop a person that helped him, that put him on. Yeah. You could say Joe put him on in a business way, but Pun put him on in a way different way.
Yeah.
As far as lyrically, and helped him and gave him rhymes and wrote his rhymes and everything, and showed him love personally. And that was supposed to be twins, like the song supposed to be.
I agree.
Imagine his twin stopping his only born, his legacy. To keep his legacy alive, which is Pun, Chris, to stop him from actually getting a deal, to be surrounding himself with like big guys.
Yeah.
His projects will get more airplay and more notoriety if he gets on that level.
Yeah.
Why? Because he don't want to rock with him. That's what it is.
Hey everybody.
So he don't want to rock with you, dog. No matter how much money in the world. Chris do not want to rock with you, Joe.
And you're listening to
Let him make his own decision. He never did Joe publicly.
All right, big bro. I got to get up out of here, man. They throwing commercials on me.
Now go ahead, my brother. Yo, much love. Thank you once again, Calico, and my boy. What'd you say? Exclusive.
It was a pleasure. It was definitely a
pleasure, my brother. You already know nothing but love. Anytime I need your boy Cuban, just link up, and we bring it up.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Love, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.